friends, welcome back. I am glad you're here. As you probably know, I wanted to do a video to work on maybe some shoulder and neck tension, which I've been feeling a lot of lately. And what we're going to do is just some really simple movements to release some of that tension that we build up in our shoulders, neck, traps, around our shoulder blades. Sorry, that was right across my mic. And a lot of it is going to have to do with our breathing. Our breathing affects our emotions. It can also play a part in shaping them, believe it or not. So if you think about that and think about how you're breathing, how you feel, like just maybe take moments throughout the day and notice your breath and how you're feeling. You become aware of the connection as you move closer to being able to control your emotional response just by changing your breathing. And you see that, and maybe you already do that when you're angry or anxious. You tend to breathe fast, shallow. So if you kind of bring your attention to it and breathe deeper, it helps to calm the mind. Maybe we're not fully up, all the anxiety and all the anger is gone, but we do start to relax. We do start to feel better. So just by paying attention to our breath, we can change how we're feeling, honestly. So we're going to just keep that thought in mind as we move through these movements and poses. And we're going to start on our backs. So bring yourself, move nice and slow. This is a really kind, gentle class. So come to your back. And it doesn't matter where your legs are, where your feet are. You can have your legs long. You can have your knees lifted, feet flat on the mat, hip width apart. You can let your knees fall in. Just find a comfortable spot on the floor, on the mat, on a blanket, wherever you are. Once you get there, really lengthen through your spine, reaching through the crown of the head. And now, see if you can start paying attention to your breath. So begin to breathe with intention. Feeling the breath. How does it feel in the nostrils as you breathe in the throat? Feel your lungs expand as they fill with air. And then they contract as we exhale through the nose or the mouth. If you're exhaling through the nose, notice how it feels in the nostrils. Is it warm? Is it cold? And as you start paying attention to your breath, let your shoulders relax into the mat. Let the mat support you. Let your body just sink in. The mat is holding you up. No need to hold yourself up anywhere here. And just continue that conversation with your breath. If you feel your mind wander, leave the room, go other places. We all, not all of us, but a lot of us have a tendency to let our minds wander. It's hard for me to lie in stillness, but see if you can bring your attention back to your breath. Once you notice that you're not focused on your breath, no big deal. Just refocus. It's okay, it happens. So as you're breathing, give yourself at least 5 full deep breaths. And as you exhale, see if you can sink a little deeper into the mat, relaxing around the face, the jaw, shoulders. Breathing in and out. And maybe on your last breath, when we take a big inhale in, feel your ribs really expand, sides, front, the back as much as they can with them pressing into the mat. And then let it out with a sigh through the mouth. See if you feel your body sink a little deeper into the mat. Hopefully it did. Hopefully it released a little built up tension, a little stress maybe you were holding on to. So now wherever you are, this might be a little easier if you're comfortable with your legs out. That's fine. You can bring your feet flat to the mat. Might be a little easier for some people. We're going to do some chin rocks, and it's a super. You may not even be able to see me really doing this, but kind of follow what I'm saying. So reach through the crown of your head. Chin is tucking in, and then press back into the back of the head, the occiput, lifting the chin. Then down, chin comes down, chin lifts slightly, pressing into the back of the head as we do this. Just nice, gentle movement to start in the neck. My neck, if I don't start nice and gentle, I sometimes tend to hurt it more because there are so many knots in tension there. So if you're doing this and you're like, not enough, give me a little more. We're all going to meet up and just start rocking our heads side to side. Inhale to center, exhale to the side. Inhale to center, exhale to the side. Do this a few times with your breath. Okay. Keep rocking. You may already feel a nice big stretch. Close your eyes. Keep that connection to your breath going. And then when you're ready, come back to center, and you're going to lift your arms straight up. Okay? You can reach through, lifting your shoulder blades off the mat. Reach with your fingertips. Perfect. You can release your shoulder blades back down. And then you're going to externally rotate your upper arm bones. You're going to turn your elbow creases and the palms of your hands towards the wall behind you. So turn those palms and elbow creases. Arms keep reaching up. Shoulder blades are spread wide. Exhale, lower the arms back some. Don't come all the way to the mat. We don't want to just flop and let our hands fall. We're going to try and keep our shoulder blades where they are. They're going to lift and move some, but you don't want them to drive most of this movement. Inhale back to center. Exhale, come back a little bit. Just nice and gentle movement in the shoulders and shoulder blades to start, the neck to start. We're going to come up to seated and do some more shoulder blade work. If you're anything like me, inhale back up. Exhale, coming back. Inhale back up. If you're anything like me, you may hold a lot of tension around your neck, traps, shoulder blades. A lot of mine begins in my jaw. We'll do some jaw and temple massage here in a second. Inhale, come back to center. Rotate your arms back in. Rotate them out. In, out. But as you rotate your arms, we're not just twisting our wrist. Think about the movement being initiated by the humerus, the upper arm bone. So you're really feeling it in that shoulder joint. Rotate in, out, thinking about that movement starting in the humerus. Start taking your arms wider. Internally and externally rotating them as you go. I'm going to fatigue your tense muscles a little bit. That may help with some of that tension. Now coming back up as you're internally, externally rotating. Arms are engaged here. Humerus pulling into that, settling into that shoulder joint. And then when you're ready, release. You can shake your arms out a little bit if they're tired, no worries. And then we're gonna come to a seat. So you have your choice here how you get there. You can rock and roll up to a seat, just rock back and forth until you come up to a seat. Or if you're feeling like a little more restorative, all that jazz, perfect. Turn on your side. And then slowly straighten that top leg, push yourself up. Whatever floats your boat, guys. Come up to seat however you want. So we're in our seat. We're still going to have that connection to our breath. So find that. If you've lost that connection, see if you can find it again. Sorry, I keep hitting my mic. So lengthen through your spine. Okay, we're going to sit up straight. Keep head over heart, heart over pelvis. And we don't have to like really reach up here. Keep that natural curve in your spine, but sit tall, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Our sits bones, glutes, whatever you want to call them, our rear end is rooted down into the mat. Okay, so you have that opposing forces. Your legs are rooted into the mat. Your base of support rooted in, lifting up through the upper body. Sit. As you breathe, establish that connection with your breath. See if you can, again, notice how it feels. Expanding the ribs. See if you can breathe into all sides of the ribs, feeling this front ribs, side ribs, back ribs expand. Contract on the exhale. As you exhale, drop tag a little weight in your elbows, drop your shoulders a little further down. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And then when you're ready, on your next exhale, keep your shoulders dropping down. You might begin to pull your shoulder blades slightly together. Don't lift your ribs here. Try and keep your ribs down, shoulder blades pulling slightly together and down. Drop your chin to your chest. You should feel a nice big stretch in the back of the neck. Breathe here. One more big breath. Inhale, come back to center. And then bring your hands to prayer position at your heart. Square out your elbows, press into your palms like you're really pressing in. Pull your shoulder blades down and together. Really press, press, press your palms together. You might feel a little shake, Shakti energy. Really press, keep your shoulder blades pulling together and down. You should really feel this around your shoulder blades, arms, maybe getting a little tired, that's okay. And then when you're ready, point your fingertips down, press, 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 press. Your shoulder blades probably rotated out a little bit, that's okay. Inhale, back up, press, 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 press. Inhale, exhale, release. Shake it out. And then when you're ready, just draw some organic circles with your nose, moving with your breath. Follow what your body needs. You might be trying figure eights. You may just reach your chin up. If you're going to look up, try not to crunch on the back of the neck. Keep the chin lifted. You may just drop ear to shoulder. Honestly, find what it is you need. Keep moving with your breath. Three more deep breaths. And then when you're ready, come back to center. You're going to take your arms, press them out to the sides. Fingertips pointed towards the ceilings. Do not lock out here. Leave some buoyancy in your hands and then press through the heel palm of the hand. Spread your shoulder blades wide. Spread them wide, spread them wide, spread them wide. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bring your hands in front. Reach, reach, reach through the palms. Shoulder blades reaching forward. Inhale, bring them back. Shoulder blades coming together. And then start moving with your breath like this. Keep your palms and fingertips, keep your fingertips lifted, pressing through the palms. Don't lock out through the elbows, but you should feel this movement Not initiating in the hands. It should be initiated from your shoulder blades. So I'll see if I can turn around and show you. You may not be able to see very well, but my shoulder blades are initiating the movement, squeezing together, trying not to lift the ribs too much. Let the work be in the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades spreading apart. Move with your breath. And then release. Let your palms rest on your knees, or you can rest your hands on your knees, palm up. Take 3 deep breaths. During your pause, this is your opportunity to find your breath again. See if you can reestablish that connection. If you've lost it. Sorry, I'm getting kind of zoned out. I'm releasing stress. It feels really good. And then when you're ready, we'll take let's go ahead and bring our hands to our fingertips to our shoulders. And we're going to draw big circles with the elbows and let the shoulder blades be a part of this movement. Squeezing together, opening wide. See if you can tell that you're getting deep into those shoulder blades. Release. And then we're going to come into some more shoulder blade movement, but we're going to keep our hands on our knees. Okay. And then lift your right shoulder blade up. And again, don't initiate this movement here. Initiate it from your shoulder blade. You might think about dropping the left shoulder blade as you do that. Switch. Inhale, lift that left shoulder blade, drop the right. And then see if you can move them like that, squeezing them together. See if you can just isolate movement in your shoulder blades, your scapula. Initiate it. I know it looks like I'm just moving my shoulders around, but I'm starting that movement in my scapula. This is a really great tension busting. Gets in all those little nooks and crannies around our shoulders. That, yeah, we do all these amazing yoga movements and poses, but we tend to get tense. So see if you can move your shoulder blades opposite directions. It's kind of hard to do. I'm going to be quiet so I can concentrate here. Move with your breath. Okay, when you're ready, release that. Squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades down and back. Inhale, shoulders up to ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, pull them down and back. Inhale, up. Exhale, down and back. Perfect. Take your arms out front. This time you can point your fingers forward. And we're going to do that internal, external rotation again. Moving from the humerus. Taking your arms wide as we go. Go slow. Make sure you're moving from the upper arm bone. We don't have to go through this very fast. It's not a big deal. Bring your arms back in. Reach, 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 reach your fingertips forward. Perfect. Shake it off. And then we're going to come to a tabletop. And we'll run through a couple of yoga poses to help release some more tension there. And I promise it won't be long. You guys are doing great. So find yourself in your tabletop position. Okay. Wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hip points. Press into the tops of your feet and take a cat-cow here. Press the earth away from you. Take a cat-cow anytime you can. That's just what I'm saying. Cat-cow's awesome. So find yourself in your tabletop, pressing away from the earth, pressing into the tops of our feet, clawing through the fingertips. Inhale, drop the belly, tailbone lifts, shoulder blades pull back, chest moves forward, crown of the head lifts. Exhale, starting at the tailbone, curling under. Really rounding through, really pressing the earth away from us. Drop the crown of the head. Inhale. Drop the belly. I'll stop cueing here. Move with your breath. Do at least 3 to 5 cat-cows. And then when you're ready, come back to center, find your tabletop. You might walk your hands a little bit forward. Curl your back toes under. Curl your toes under, not just your back ones, all of them. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift your tailbone, find yourself in your downward facing dog. So our chest is pushing back towards our upper thigh bones, shoulders spread wide, head drops. Pedal your feet, feel that nice stretch. And then when you're ready, come up on your tiptoes, roll it forward to plank. Or if that's not for you, come down to your knees and then slide your feet out. Find yourself in plank pose. Press the earth away. Spread your shoulder blades wide, heels spiking towards the back. And then when you're ready, slowly lower all the way down. Perfect. We're going to come into a series of cobras. We're going to do about 5. So set yourself up here for your best and most wonderful cobra. Pressing your tops of your feet into the mat. Hands are pressing into the mat under our shoulders, elbows pulling together and back. Forehead can come to the mat. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale. Slowly lift. Don't clench your buttocks. Press your feet into the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. You might find a little gentle sway. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. Release. Inhale, lift up. Keep your elbows pulling together and back. Keeping space between the ears and shoulders. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Curl your back toes under. You can come to tabletop. Lift your hips to down dog, or you can come to plank, lift hips to down dog. Perfect. Pedal it out. Drop to your knees, slide your feet back to plank. Maybe rock back and forth here. Or you can, from down dog, slide forward in plank. And then from here, again, we're going to lower all the way down. This time, you can have your legs together, you can have your legs hip width apart. Bring your forehead to the mat, swing your fingertips around, interlace behind your tailbone. When you're ready, inhale, you're going to pull your knuckles towards your heels. Ready? Inhale. Now, if you need to square your hands here, you can, that's fine. Or you can bring your palms together. Breathing deep. If you want to add more, you can lift your legs up off the ground. Find a sway if it feels good. Keep shoulders pulling back, fingertips pulling towards heels. Exhale, release. Push into your hands, coming up. Back to tabletop. Bring your knees together and then come through to a seat. Perfect. So Find your nice comfortable seat, Sukhasana. You can sit on your knees. Again, just whatever nice comfortable seat feels best for you. Find that head over heart, heart over pelvis. Take some deep breaths to reestablish that connection with your breath. On the exhale, letting the shoulders drop away from the ears. Perfect. Then when you're ready, we'll take our arms out again, fingertips up. Let's do that opening and closing. Open, using your shoulder blades, squeezing them together. Close. Open. Close. Perfect. Drop your fingertips forward. Internal, external rotation coming from the humerus out. Maybe come a little bit lower. Keep rotating out at our sides, coming back towards center. A little bit lower. Keep that rotation going, coming back up. It's like scrubbing in your joints. We're getting in all those, come up another level. Keep rotating. We're getting into all those little used muscles here. Come up a little bit. Rotating from the upper arm bone. Keep rotating. We're coming back to center. Release. Shake it out. Your neck. And then when you're ready, squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, pull your shoulders back. Squeeze them. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, together, together. Slide them down on a slow exhale. Bring your shoulders forward. Inhale. Squeeze. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale, shoulder blades pull together and slide down slowly. Inhale, squeeze. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale, release. Come back to center. You might nod your head, yes. Big exaggerated nod. If you're dropping your head back very much, make sure you lift through the chin. So we're not crunching your neck. Can you shake your head no? Big inhale. Exhale, relax the shoulders. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. You can just sit here in silence for a moment. Just let go of the breath having to do with anything at this point. We're going to close out here just letting the breath return to normal. Let it come and go. Let it become natural. You can repeat this video a couple times if you have an excess built up tension. If you like the video, let me know. I have some other things we can do to help release some tension in the upper back, in all areas of back. You know what? I have some things we can do to help release tension in most places in the body. So if there's something you want to see or something you want me to do, a video to do for you, just let me know in the comments and I will come up with something for you. other than that, it was an honor to have you join me. I hope you come off your mat feeling a little more relaxed, a little less tense, and can carry that with you throughout the day. And it's an honor to have you join me always. Namaste. Thank you very much.